Tots sabem que l'Europa d'avui presenta unes piràmides de població particularment i excepcionalment envellides. Aquest envelliment d'Europa té, sens dubte, conseqüències culturals i polítiques, a més de tenir-ne també d'econòmiques i socials. Una Europa envellida serà una Europa més conservadora? Com s'explica la radicalització del vot a Europa precisament en un moment d'envelliment? El Centre de Cultura Contemporània de Barcelona i Open Society han convocat 5 veus, 5 investigadors, que a través de llenguatges diferents, que poden anar des de l'erudició fins a l'audiovisual, ens intenten confirmar o desmentir alguns dels sobreentesos que hi ha sobre les conseqüències de l'envelliment d'Europa i explicar-nos, per tant, com és l'Europa d'avui, però sobretot com serà l'Europa de demà.
El hecho de que la pirámide, llamada tradicionalmente pirámide demográfica, se modifique sensiblemente, haya dejado ya de ser una pirámide, de hecho, como figura geométrica, y se haya reducido también por su base y haya aumentado por su cúpula, pues nos lleva a un replanteamiento de la sociedad, porque ya no estamos ante la misma sociedad, porque la política que debe hacerse, quién debe hacer esa política, si es que estamos en un contexto democrático, es una sociedad distinta.
Since we are in an era of modern welfare states, you have, of course, a change in the cost structure of the welfare state. So if you have more people who live off public pensions, those costs increase, and you have to adapt systems to that. So that's one thing. The other thing is that political discussions change in a way that, because we have a higher likelihood of voting among older people, we have increasingly majorities of people who actually go to the polls that are older, and so there are discussions whether that actually impacts on any kind of political outcome.
I don't think it's true. I don't think it's fair to be able to make that kind of a simplistic statement that you become more conservative as you age. I think there are a lot of aspects to these questions that need to be taken into account. Education, background, class, all of these elements are crucial when you're talking about these things. So to make those kind of simplified, catchy phrases doesn't really interest me.
If you look at older voters, let's say those who are 60 and older, they're so diverse. The diversity within that group is so immense that you cannot talk about them as one uniform group of voters. It's just wrong. However, the idea of gerontocracy, first of all, sells really well in the media. You can conjure up quite powerful imagery by talking about the grey wave that is hitting kind of the shores of European societies and so forth. So I think the media are doing their part in kind of intensifying this myth and this imagery.
Es curioso cuando vemos las noticias o las películas, siempre hay ese gran cuerpo irrepresentado que es el del viejo y de la vieja, el de la vejez, ¿no? Funciona por omisión, no están nunca. Y cuando están en la peor versión de sí mismos, ¿no? Y como un cuerpo homogéneo que representa la decadencia de la humanidad, los fallos, fisuras y debilidades del ser vulnerable, que es el ser humano, ¿no? La vulnerabilidad, pero en términos físicos, biológicos y deterministas, con lo cual nos asusta porque todos vamos a acabar así, ¿no? Todos pasaremos por esta experiencia del declive físico, orgánico, ¿no? de nuestros propios cuerpos y mentes.
It depends on what you call aging. If you call aging degenerating, I think what may be degenerating is the practice of ideas, of some democratic rituals. I don't think that necessarily means that these ideas are no longer valid. I'd say what degenerates is when the practice of democracy is actually removing the original value, hollowing the original values and the original ideas that were behind. For example, democracy, which was born to negotiate the conflicts between the haves and have-nots, those who have a lot and those who don't, should retain that spirit. The day where democracy is skewed in favor of those who have a lot, it's losing its essence, then it's degenerating. It's not a problem of age, it's a problem of loss of original purpose.
Certain ideas are specific to certain generations, and ideas live on thanks to people. And you have to kind of carry these ideas forward and to have a coherent kind of, or a population that believes in them. And in the way that old people or people age, they carry certain values and ideas with them that might come to an end and have to kind of leave the way for new ideas and new ways of being. And I don't think that we should be afraid of that. I think that's a natural development, but it still means that there's a critical kind of consideration in what you lose at a certain point, and that, of course, is political.
So I take aging as a positive thing, and I take aging as a sign that we are reaching levels where being physically weaker, perhaps, doesn't condemn you to a worse life. And in general, this is, of course, a challenge. It's a challenge to our welfare systems, it's a challenge to our democracies, it's a challenge to the public space and many other things. At the same time, I believe it's not a phenomenon we need to address as a problem, it's a phenomenon we need to address as a blessing.
I guess we're going through a challenge right now. There's like a test, but I hope we have the wisdom to learn from past mistakes, because that's, I think, one of the most important things that I link to aging, is wisdom and learning, and not repeating like mistakes of the past and getting to somewhere new, somewhere better.